reject bin. It's the Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Dolls like you and me. Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Made him perfectly. So if you got a bump on your nose or lumps on your toes, do not despair. Be like the Raggy Dolls and say I just don't care. 'Cause Raggy Dolls,
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls
Raggy
are
Dolls.
happy just to be Raggy Dolls, Raggy Dolls, dolls like you and me. Early mornings were always a busy time for Mr. Grimes. He'd already unlocked the doors, turned off the burglar alarm, switched on the machinery, checked the boiler, inspected the stores, and now he was opening the post.
Bills, 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 he grumbled. And more bills.
Just then, there was a loud knock, and a head popped round the door.
What can I do for you?
Snapped Mr. Grimes. The stranger reached in his pocket and pulled out a card. Mr. Grimes squinted at it through his glasses. It said C.C.T.
My name's Martin,
said the man.
Toby Martin. I'm the Chief Collecting Officer for Children's Charity Toys. CCT?
CCT? Never heard of it, said Mr. Grimes, unhelpfully.
We collect broken and unwanted toys, explained the man. We repair them and deliver them as good as new to children's homes and hospitals throughout the country.
All right, interrupted Mr. Grimes. You can have everything that's in the reject bin for your charity. And good riddance.
Thanks ever so, said the man. Very generous, I'm sure.
In no time at all, the Raggy Dolls were thrown into the back of a van and driven off. It was a dark and bumpy ride.
Oh dear, whatever is going to become of us?
Worried Lucy.
Back up, everyone. This is an adventure,
Said Dotty.
Yeah, said Back to Front. I wonder where we're going.
The van drove through a gate and entered a field.
I can hear music.
Crackled Hi-Fi.
How exciting.
Cried Princess.
It sounds like a fun fair.
Fun fair? Fun for who?
Said Sad Sack.
Not us, I bet.
Toby Martin parked his van outside a large square tent and went inside. The Raggy Dolls could hear the sound of hammering. Then it stopped.
Watch out, he's coming back,
warned Back to Front. Toby Martin gathered up all the dolls as if they were dirty washing. He was so rough, Lucy got all tangled up. She began to tremble.
Don't worry,
Whispered Back to Front.
we'll soon straighten you out, no problem.
Inside the tent, there was a coconut shy, and above it, a rope with hooks dangling down, one hook above each coconut. Toby Martin attached the dolls by their clothes to each hook. Then he went outside and shouted.
Roll up, win a prize doll. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, 10 pence a throw.
A crowd soon gathered.
Some charity,
Sniffed Dotty. All morning, people paid to have a throw at the coconuts, and soon Toby Martin had collected a pile of money. Hour after hour, balls whizzed through the air. Sometimes they hit the coconuts, and sometimes they hit the Raggy Dolls.
I knew it. Fun fairs. They're neither fun nor fair,
Thought Sad Sack. Oh! The strange thing was that no matter how hard people hit the coconuts, they never fell off their perches. At 12 o'clock, Toby Martin collected his takings and went to have some lunch.
quick, now's our chance, cried Dotty. We must try and escape.
Oh, yes, agreed Princess.
But how? First, we must free ourselves from these hooks, said Hi-Fi.
But it was easier said than done.
I can't even see my hook,
said Sad Sack.
I suppose it's to do with not having much of a neck.
But at that moment, Back to Front, who could see his hook easily, managed to free himself. "No problem," he cried as he landed on the coconut below. But then he became suspicious. "Hello?" he thought. "Why doesn't this coconut wobble?" Back to Front took a closer look. "Aha! I get the picture," he said at last. "So that's what all the hammering was about." "What do you mean?" demanded Claude, impatient to get down. Back to Front explained. "He's knocked nails into all the coconuts to stop them falling off."
I knew it, said Dotty. We are in the hands of a swindler. Mr. Toby Martin is nothing but a rotter, and it's our duty to expose his evil ways. Oh, yes, I quite agree, agreed Princess. But how?
Meanwhile, Back to Front had been busy. He'd found Toby Martin's box of tools, and now he was pulling out the nail in the coconut under Lucy.
Well done, Back to Front, said Dotty. Now do all the others.
But it was too late. Toby Martin was outside the tent again.
Roll up, win a prize doll. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, 10 pence a throw.
Just in time, as Toby Martin let the new crowd in, Back to Front hid himself. Fortunately, Toby Martin was so busy looking after his customers that he never noticed one of the Raggy dolls was missing. Once again, balls whizzed through the air. But this time, one of them hit Lucy's coconut and knocked it clean off its perch.
"Hooray! I've won a prize!" cried the man who had thrown the ball.
Toby Martin was amazed. The last thing he expected to see was one of the coconuts on the ground. He thought quickly.
No, you haven't won. You've got to knock it off 3 times.
The man was in no mood to be trifled with.
"Give me my prize!"
he demanded. Someone in the crowd shouted,
Look, there's a nail.
The people soon put 2 and 2 together and realized that all the coconuts were nailed to their shies.
"Give us our money back!" they cried. "Thief!
Swindler!
They were absolutely furious. They shouted so loudly that the boss of the fun fair heard them from the other end of the field and came to see what was happening. When he saw the nail and the coconut on the ground, the pile of money, and the angry crowd, he soon kicked Toby Martin out.
"Don't you ever come back,"
he called after him.
"This is a respectable place, not for the likes of you."
Toby Martin hid behind his van as all the coconuts came flying out of the tent, closely followed by the Raggy dolls.
"Now move! Skedaddle! Beat it!"
shouted the boss.
"Or else!"
And while the crowd jeered and booed, the Raggy dolls made good their escape. At last, when they thought they were quite safe, the Raggy dolls stopped to catch their breath.
What a frightful man. There are some adventures not worth having, agreed Dotty.
"Oh dear,"
Puffed Sad Sack.
"all this excitement doesn't agree with me. I'm half the doll I used to be."
I'm not surprised,
Panted Lucy.
That hook has made a hole in your back and all your stuffing's coming out.
"Oh no," groaned Sad Sack. "Everything happens to me."
The Raggy dolls carried Sad Sack the rest of the way home. Back in the factory, they soon found a box of stuffing and a bottle of glue.
Hold your breath,
Said Dotty. Sad Sack held his breath as Hi-Fi poked stuffing back into the hole. When it was full again, Lucy dabbed on some glue. Sad Sack looked his old self again. Well, almost. He is looking a little lumpy, n'est-ce pas? Said Claude. No problem, replied Back to Front. Dotty will soon knock him back into shape. Thump him, Dotty!
Righto,
Said Dotty.
Thanks, Dotty,"
Said Sad Sack.
"but that's enough for now. If you don't mind, I think
I'll have a lie down. It's been one of those days.
It's not much of a life when you're just a pretty face. Just to be whoever you are is no disgrace. Look around and you will find people of every kind, like the raggy dolls,
Raggy dolls,
raggy dolls,
raggy dolls.
dolls like you and me. Raggy dolls,
Raggy dolls,
raggy dolls,
raggy dolls.
made imperfectly. So if you're not at ease with your knobbly knees and your fingers are all fuzz, stand on your two left feet and join